Hi everyone. So welcome back to Spa PR Takes 10. This week we're going to be joined by Westlab, Penny Hamilton. So I'm just going to add her in now. So Penny is one of the Westlab founders, and she's a bathing salt expert. So we're just waiting for her to join. Hi Lucy. Hi.
Hi Neve.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are
I think
you?
I might be a bit too close. My head's dropped off. I'll be back a bit. How are you?
Yeah, really good. How are things with you? I'm just going to turn my
Yeah,
volume.
good, thank you. Yeah, it's great to have you on.
Thank
And
you.
we've got a few people watching. So do you want to get started? So shall we start with kind of a bit about your background and kind of what led you into Westlab?
Yeah, sure. Um, yeah, well, my background is was in beauty and spas.
Yeah,
I trained right back in the 90s with Champneys and had my own like day spa, which I when I first started in the beauty industry, I wasn't really aware of what went into the beauty products. And then I started to become more and more aware of all the chemicals and parabens and things like that that were in them. So my whole philosophy was I opened a spa that didn't use any of those harsh chemicals. It was like quite hard to do at the time because there wasn't really much around when I first
yeah,
started with it. So I was sort of having to import little brands from Australia, and it was quite challenging times. So I was doing that, and then a friend of mine, Scott, who's the founder of Westlab, he had started importing Dead Sea salts. His son had eczema, and his wife was a paediatrician, and she was really sort of disillusioned with using steroids and all that sort of stuff on his skin. So they discovered Dead Sea salts, and they were literally just talking to like friends and family, like at the school gates, about it, and mentioning it to people. And the more and more people that they gave the salts to, the more people were starting to use them and see the benefits of them. And I mean, I was really skeptical about it. He used to sort of meet up with me, you know, for lunch every now and again. He'd talk about his salt business, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's a bit old-fashioned. Not interested in that." And then when my daughter was born, she had really, really bad eczema, and again, I was trying to deal with it with like skin oils and aromatherapy, and it was helping, but it wasn't really doing enough. And then one time he said, look, just try the salt. And he just gave me a bag of it. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. Thinking, well, what's this going to do? And I put it in her bath, and I just couldn't believe the difference in her skin when I got her out of the bath. So I got
yeah,
straight on the phone to him and was like, I think you're onto something here. This is not like something I've seen before. So it literally started from there. And, you know, we were sort of like packing it ourselves. Like his spare room, we'd be like, weighing it on weighing scales, putting little stickers on the bags, and just selling it through our own website. And then I suppose we just kept trying to get more people interested. All the health stores and people were really on board with this at the time, but the big retailers, again, salt was like really
yeah,
old fashioned. So I think our big break came when we went to a meeting with Boots, and they just kind of liked us and took a chance on us and could see the potential in the product. And then we signed with you guys and started spreading the word about salts to people, and sort of starting that whole education piece about it. And yeah, the rest is history, really.
yeah. So you mentioned there the Dead Sea salts, and I see behind you've got is it the Himalayan? So obviously Westlab has a whole range of different salts depending on kind of, you know, you've got the Epsom salts for like runners, Dead Sea for kind of the skin conditions. Do you want to just run through kind of the main kind of different types of salts and who kind of you would say they were more suited towards?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something that we just, again, kind of discovered along the way.
Yeah,
Started with the Dead Sea. Dead Sea is the one that always you would use if you've got sensitive skin, dry skin, psoriasis, eczema. You know, if you've got skin prone to that, it tends to be really, really beneficial for a lot of people. So the Dead Sea salt it's marisal, but it's got lots of minerals in it. It's got magnesium, potassium, calcium, and it's something about that unique blend of minerals that seems to work really well with protecting the skin barrier, which is why
yeah,
it's so beneficial for dry and irritated skin. So that's definitely your skincare product. Epsom salt is our hero for aching muscles. It's really taken off and boomed in the health and fitness industry because so many people are now using it after exercise. What that is it's magnesium sulfate. So when you exercise, you get rid of magnesium, you need more magnesium. It's really important for muscle relaxation and helping to prevent injuries in the muscles. And the magnesium sulfate form, what that does is it also tends to help sort of flush the muscles and help prevent the DOMS after exercise. So any types of aching muscles, you'd definitely use your Epsom salt. Then we've got Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt's the purest salt on earth because it's from a prehistoric lake. So that's your sodium chloride, but what it's got that's so unique about it is it's got 84 trace minerals in it. We do find that some people who've got really sensitive and dry skin conditions, they like to use the Himalayan salt as well as the Dead Sea. But really Himalayan's more for kind of cleansing, purifying the skin. Like I'll tend to use that one if I feel like I've been, like, not at the moment of course, but if I've been into London a lot and I feel like I just need a bit of purification and detox, that's when I tend to use the Himalayan salt. And then we've got our sort of latest addition to the range, which has become really popular over the last year or so, is magnesium flakes, and that's magnesium chloride. So what that one does is your body tends to retain the magnesium better than it does with Epsom salt. So we use that more from a kind of supplement point of view for people who are deficient in magnesium, of which apparently the majority of us are these days, due to our lifestyles and the fact that all the minerals are being stripped from the soil due to, you know, the way we farm and that type of thing. So we're not getting it in our diet as much, and you need to replenish magnesium in your body. So the magnesium flakes you'd use more if you just want to top up your magnesium levels. The body tends to retain it really well from that one.
Yeah. And so you mentioned kind of the retailers. So when you go into Boots now and have a look at the bath salts, there's so many different brands, options. What would you say for people who want to try bath salts but don't know kind of what brand to go for, what ingredients to look out for? Is there any kind of red flags or anything?
Well, our philosophy has always been, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know, the salts do what they do. We always insist on getting the highest quality salts. We're very specific about where we source them from. Make sure that they've got, you know, the way that they're processed tends to retain all the minerals in them as much as possible. So definitely you want a higher grade salt. And I think what people often don't realize is they don't understand that there's these different types of salts as well. So they just think a bath salt is a bath salt and it's all just, you know, salt as in sodium chloride. It really isn't. So, I mean, things that I would probably look out for is what's been added to it, because you don't really need to. We sell the salts completely pure in their pure form, which is quite nice because it means that you can then, you know, add other things to it as well. But when we have our blended range, we literally just put essential oils, plant extracts in them. A lot of people tend to add other things like texture enhancers, like propylene glycol, things like that, or put synthetic colors in and fragrance enhancers as well. And again, we've just always tried to keep it really, really simple. So that would be our way of doing it. And my advice would be, you know, just try and go for the most straightforward, high quality salts that are 100% natural.
Yeah, and I guess you can kind of look at the ingredients list, kind of what's the first, you know, maybe 4 or 5 ingredients on the list, and that will kind of indicate what, you know, is the highest quantity within the salts.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the highest quantity will always be the salt. Sometimes ingredients list can be confusing because, for example, we use essential oils, and some of the essential oils have ingredients that look a bit scary in them, but it's actually part of the oil. So it's more a case of, I say, just looking if it's as natural a product as possible, and also choosing the salt that's right for your needs. Because again, there's no point if you're wanting to buy a salt that's to use after exercise, you definitely want a magnesium salt. You don't want to use just a sodium chloride. So it's finding the right salt for you and what you're looking for.
Yeah, kind of leads into the next question then. So you've got a bath salts in your bath, should you add anything else into it? Is it completely kind of personal choice or?
Yeah, I mean, I like to be really prescriptive with my baths. Like, I'll often blend 2 salts together. You can, with all the pure salts, so you know, say if you're using Dead Sea salt, you might want to put a really nice nourishing plant oil in there as well. I would avoid using things, again, I wouldn't use like sort of bubble baths that have got lots of SLS or anything like that in, because again, you know, you're using say the salt to soften your skin, and then you're going to use something that's going to be drying your skin at the same time. So you can definitely add oils and like essential oils, anything that you trust. Again, be aware of, you know, what's in the product. But you can put, we have like bath and shower gels that you can add alongside the salt, so you can still get that bubble and that fragrance, but they're 97% naturally derived, and they're sort of dermatologically tested, really sensitive. But I'd say for people to just get experimental and use different oils alongside your salts. You can add, sometimes people even will put like a bath bomb in with their salt as well. Or with my children, like I might put some Dead Sea in for their skin, and then if they're a bit stressed out or tired or whatever, I'll add like a couple of handfuls of magnesium flakes as well, just to boost that magnesium. So you can, or you might find if Epsom salt's a bit drying for your skin, put some Himalayan or some Dead Sea salt in it, and then you'll counteract that dryness. So you can become quite prescriptive. It's quite good fun.
Yeah, and for those that don't want to, you've also got the alchemy range as well, which is already kind of pre-mixed with the essentials.
We've kind of done it for you if you don't want to do that. So with the alchemy range, we chose specific salts for that, the requirement. Like, so for example, sleep salt, we put the Epsom in it for the magnesium, and then we added Dead Sea so that your skin feels really nice and soothed and nourished, which tends to help people sleep better. And then we put lavender, jasmine, valerian in, all of which are really known for helping, support sleep. Or you'll find like with our mindful salts, we put a bit of Himalayan in, so you've got that lovely cleansing element as well. And that's got bergamot, CBD oil, frankincense in it. So so we've done the work for you.
And they all smell amazing as well. My favourite's the sleep, the lavender. It's lovely.
I love the sleep one.
So that takes us on to my last question. Actually, it's gone so quick. Are there any exciting projects that you can share with us?
Well, we've got a new exciting kind of quite fruity range that's going to be coming out later this year. So keep your eye out in the retailers for that one. And then the big thing for us is we finally achieved moving to recyclable packaging, which has been like a 3-year project for us.
It's been a long time.
You guys know about that. It's been such a headache because we don't just do salt, because the salts, they're really challenging in terms of if they get moisture to them, they tend to, like the magnesium flakes, turn completely to liquid if they get any moisture. All of this different things. So we've had all these different bags that have been, disintegrating, and we've finally found ones that are really good. And we've already started receiving our first sets of the recyclable packs. So we've got a nice big banner on them. Again, just keep an eye out for the new packs with the recyclable banner, because that's probably the most exciting thing we've managed to do in the last year.
So they'll be kind of available in the upcoming months, would you say?
It's because we've got so many products, and it's sort of getting them out there into all the different retailers and that sort of thing. It's not like all going to happen in one go, but they'll just start appearing over the next few months. They're already in production. We've already got some in the warehouse already made up, so they're just starting to go out now to replace the previous bags. So
just having a look at the comments here, everyone's saying great news, such a fantastic achievement. Laura's saying amazing, one of our ambassadors. The mindful salts, I never thought of mixing salts. Great. Well, thank you so much, Penny, for joining us. It's been
you're welcome.
Lovely to talk to you. And for everyone watching, we'll be back at 12 next week on Thursday as well with another guest. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye. See you soon. Bye.